insertion or proper calibration or what have you versus something malfunctioning internally.
Well, once they put it all together, and if they come up with, if the pump, when you start it up, and you're pumping at the 750 gallons a minute, and there's no vibrations, then you have it right. But sometimes if it only pumps 500 gallons a minute, or if there's a vibration, you might have to shim the pump up a little bit, or lower it a little bit, or like I said, put one of those spacers. There's different.
I believe they call it harmonics.
I can ask him to document that if that's
I mean,
the
that's what,
decision that you would like.
it's just in the past, that's what I came across.
We have to make a decision before that's installed, correct?
Right.
Well, they're just dropping it off, right? He's down. The day he drops it off, he's not going to install it anyways. So it don't have to be the day he drops it off.
No, but we wouldn't want it to come back here to,
Yeah, but if he says it's going to take a day, right? So if they don't drop it off to noon one day, I'm sure he's not going to say, okay, let's put it in today. I don't think.
I would imagine he'll be here first thing in the morning, like at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and he would expect that to be in by 4 o'clock run.
If he's here.
That day.
That day.
Right, but if they don't deliver it, say,
He will come,
He's
he
delivering
will,
it.
he delivered it himself?
yes, he will come at 5 or 6 in the morning and be there.
I mean, get whatever you can in writing, meeting, we can have a quick meeting to decide.
I agree, there should be something in writing, at least fall back on.
Have a quick meeting.
Yeah. Any other discussion? We have a motion to table it.
Second.
You had that motion, you made that motion.
What was the motion?
Table, we'll discuss that.
Table? Who made the first motion, I'm sorry?
I did.
Brad?
Motion's been made and seconded, any other discussion?
Just as soon as we get the information.
All those in favor, vote by your sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, trustee Martin. Trustee Moore.
Yes, request executive session to discuss water plant personnel.
Second?
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Roll call vote, trustee Martin.
Aye.
Trustee Moore.
Aye.
Trustee Treadwell.
Aye.
I'm sorry, trustee Mott. Trustee Treadwell. The mayor votes aye.
Second thing I got is the sewer plant lawnmower went to bed. It's gonna cost about $2,000 to fix it. So I'd like to make a motion, there's money in the budget for the sewer plant set of accounts, to go out and get 3 prices, to see if we can get prices to get another one.
Second that.
Moved by trustee Moore, seconded by trustee Martin. Any discussion? There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
So I know-
motion carried.
I'm all done.
Thank you, trustee Moore. Trustee Mott.
The only thing that I had was last month I discussed the possibility of getting a new garbage company to pick us up. Arson called Casella Waste, and currently we're paying $592.33 a month. Apparently they sharpened their pencil, they must have realized they were calling around for prices, and now they're down to $500 a month. Adirondack Trash submitted a bid for the same material, same dumpsters and everything for $480. So I make a motion to stick with Casella Waste for $20, it's not
Yeah.
worth changing.
And they're depending.
Second that.
Moved by trustee Mott, seconded by trustee Martin. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor, vote by usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
The only other thing I have, George, is I drove by Priscilla Lane today and I looked at that house up there, that was burned. Apparently the village crew went there and tidied things up. Now, it's certainly not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. The grass is mowed and all the stuff that was on the porch is either put inside the house or whatever, but it does look better. I'm hopeful that the residents up in that area are somewhat pleased anyway.
They kept track of your time there.
That's all contractors, good. It's all going against the taxes.
All right.
That it,
That's
John?
it. No.
Thank you, trustee Mott. Trustee Treadwell.
Just a couple things, Mr. Mayor. So the village got awarded the library grant for the ramp that she's been working on. So what the grant specs and award were, $19,049, which is what we got from the grant, with expected match of $6,350. That can be done in services or materials, for a total project cost of $25,399. So, if I'm correct, Carol or Jean, we're gonna go back and try to make the change. The material we're gonna build this ramp out of, because the cost of steel is higher than that. And we'll have to go back, am I correct in saying this, go back
Yes.
with the grant to get the approval that we can build it with a lesser expensive material?
Yes.
So that's what we're working on. So do we need a motion to be able to do that, or no?
I would think so.
Yes?
I really don't think so.
Okay,
We just do it.
All right.
We need a motion to spend it.
okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Finalized.
Anyways, we have been awarded the grant for $19,049. That's true out there.
Thank you.
Okay, one more thing. I'd like approval from the board to allow the planning and zoning members to attend the training, necessary training. There's already money in the budget for that, for any members that need their 4.5 hours training, so motion to allow them to do the training.
Second.
Unison. Moved by trustee Treadwell, seconded by trustee Moore. Is there any discussion? It's a 1 day,
Yes.
Yep.
one day in Potsdam. There being no discussion, all those in favor, vote by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
So I have to see this.
Carol,
I have none.
Jean,
I do. I would like to advise that Officer Tyler Conlon has joined our police force and is now actively on duty. So you will see him driving the patrol car around. The inmates continue to help out in the village, and they're cutting the grass on the lakefront. We're very fortunate to have their help. It's greatly appreciated. And the rec center is trying really, really hard to stay on top of all of the mowing and the grounds maintenance, just like everybody on Public Works and the electric department and everyone else dodging the raindrops and the monsoons, and it's been a challenging summer. But everything looks great. They're doing a good job, very good job. That's it for me.
thank you. Jean?
And
Thank you.
nothing.
Nothing. Brian?
I'm good.
That's it. Open the meeting to the public. Anybody wishing to address the board may do so. Go ahead, Ben.
Ben Armstrong. You talked about the rec center mowing and stuff like that, or whatever, the rec center crew. It looks like they haven't mowed the fire station in 2 or 3 weeks.
Don't know, can't tell you.
Yeah, well, the grass is this high. I mean, I can see that, they ain't been mowed in a couple weeks at least.
I can mention that to Cody. It has been challenging. There are 2 people mowing. Maybe Grant can help out, but their mower has
But
been
his
disabled for a little while.
It's tough.
They're working to catch up. It has been challenging.
That it? All right, yes, sir.
Rivers, Tom Dart, Middle Avenue. A couple questions about the sign. It's great, and I know we needed it, and it's really nice to have. Trustee Vincelet was mentioning that it can't scroll, it can't walk, it can't talk, or whatever else is to do. Does that sign have the capabilities of doing those things?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Why did we buy the sign that had the capability of doing those things when we didn't need it or couldn't have it?
Can't answer, don't know.
Village didn't buy it. Village did not buy that. That was put together with donations from outside sources and friends of the stage.
Well, whoever, that's what I'm just saying,
Right.
you know, it's whoever paid for it.
Right.
And there was some talk about pulling a telephone wire to communicate, And was that ever looked into as far as the cost of talking to it the way we were gonna? As far as, got a little dish on it that points this way. And I was thought that the installation cost was gonna be more reasonable if we pulled the telephone line in here.
Is that what they're coming for, to see what they gotta do, Gene?
Novatech.
Well, there was, one thought that was relayed to me was the boost of, we have Wi-Fi, we have wireless in the center now,
Okay.
but because of the building construction and the distance going through to the outside to connect to the sign, they have to put a booster in the front of the building in order for the computer in the back to talk to the sign. I'm not familiar with any conversation, I don't think, about.
It was brought up, a gentleman and I, he actually brought it up here probably a month or so ago, when the discussion was for the actual sign before, it arrived.
Well, I know they have internet connectivity in here.
Yeah,
The court
yeah.
tries to use it very unsuccessfully because they just don't have
Right.
the connectivity.
I don't even know if pulling a wire is possible, it probably couldn't have gone in the electrical conduit, and probably the electrical conduit probably wasn't big enough anyways, but it was just, I thought it was a feasible idea to look into versus a more expensive way, if that was what it was
I
gonna
can
be.
ask, I'd be happy to ask them.
Just,
I don't know if Novatech would be privy, I would assume they would be privy to
Yeah.
that, but I definitely ask them.
also, a reliable way too, we wouldn't wanna get into, just because it's cheaper, we wouldn't wanna get into something that's. That's all I got, just whoever paid for it, just keep costs.
You gotta let the butcher cut the meat. I mean, everybody's got ideas and stuff, but you gotta ask the professionals what they say, and we're gonna go with that. I appreciate your input, but.
Just as info too, that sign has 5 different colors on it, and you can change it around. I can't tell you all the things that it can do, but it can do quite a bit of stuff.
Anybody else? If not,
Motion for
have a motion
recess.
for recess.
Aye.
Trustee Ward, trustee Martin, all those in favor?
Aye.